introducing yourself?
Yes. Hi, I'm Fallon Davis. I am co-founder of STEAM Urban.
Hi, I'm Dejah Johnson. I am also co-founder of STEAM Urban.
And STEAM Urban is an expressive art and STEM discipline education program for ages 2 to 21. Our goal is to highlight the beauty of being Black, what that means as an entrepreneur, as an educator, as an artist, as a being.
Our whole purpose is to really reach the community in a way that is the most personal. We don't want to continuously rely on systems that simply haven't worked the best for the Black community. So our goal is to reach Black youth community schools with art and science, because those are the things that actually allow us to tap into untapped creativity. And when you create, you're an artist, and when you're creating art, you're a scientist. So that's STEAM Urban. That is literally STEAM Urban.
Yes.
And what kind of activities do you have planned?
We're so excited to have partnered with Newark Science and Sustainability for this week's Newark Harvest Citywide Garden Tour.
Well, urban gardening is really important, and it literally combines art and science. Again, that's exactly what we're about. So we realize the power in gardening, the power in bringing things that are inaccessible to our communities. The word urban actually literally means areas, places, or things dominated by Black people. A lot of people do not know that, because urban is actually used a lot incorrectly and in ways that are negative connotations. So we want to bring back the power to that word, and by doing that, we're here in the garden and doing science and art activities, which engages people and brings them right into the garden and have these conversations that need to be had.
Having green spaces in city areas is vital to the nourishment of our communities. How you grow your food, how you sustain your food is vital to your health and overall being. So doing projects like something we're doing today is called a nature and flower print collage. This is an example of a finished project. And so what we have done is we've combined your techniques of art, that's your painting, your lines, your textures, but we've taken the elements of the garden, so that's your flowers, your different herbs, weeds, all different things, even leaves that might look dried up, and we've revitalized them. We've taken these items that will get thrown away or kind of looked over and bring them back to life with art. And something like this will last forever. And now you're not only including nature in your artwork, but you're also saving these living organisms and giving them a new life.
So the garden tour is actually a part of our STEAM for Educational Justice campaign, and we're opening up our new program this fall, September 28th to October 23rd. We will be hosting the Power of Black Scientists. We're very, very excited about this program. We have a host of scientists, from food science to marine biology, Black scientists who can talk about their specific areas of science and also show Black representation and why that matters. That is our goal, to increase the amount of light on Black scientists, Black artists, Black creatives in the community, and show kids, children, and the community, because it's not only children and youth that need to see the Black representation. It's no age to say, I want to be a scientist, because we're all scientists and artists in our own way.
Yeah, and we want to keep reaching people. You know, we want to go to them.
Yeah.
We realize that there's so many different areas that this would be great in, and we start bringing back the true identity of community, because that's what it's about. That is how you sustain things like a garden. That's how you sustain things like food systems. Yeah.
Food security.
Yeah.
Those things that people don't realize. I mean, even with urban gardening, it's more important than you would think, because it's like, you're in a community where a lot of people have food security problems, but then you don't even know that you can, like, people across the street right now, I don't know their needs, but what if someone is starving right now? They can come across the street and they don't even know that this garden gives out food. It's like, you can get food. You can come here and say, I want to harvest XYZ. Seeds are not expensive to even buy. you know? So it's like people don't even know, and
Yeah.
that's what it is. And we're not gardening experts. It's the point of like giving the access and just making putting the representation there. It's like, well, we're in the garden, regardless if we're actually sitting here gardening, but we want you to come so we can talk about it and we can learn together. Because on Monday we had 2 girls come and we did the butterfly activities, which are up here, the butterflies, and we sat and we had a really great discussion about urban gardening, sustainability, and they even taught us some things. So it's about community.
And they walked around, picked herbs.
Yeah.
We were able to talk about herbs together, and that's what it's about, you know. And they were like, we forgot how therapeutic art is, because it's also a therapy. You know, a lot of people are scared to use the word therapy, but therapy in itself is just a movement. Like, it's just a way that you plan and coordinate your life so that it's doing things that fuel who you are. That's really what therapy is. You know, it's like literally a plan. Okay,
But people get scared when they hear the word therapy, because honestly, like in the Black community, it has been very stigmatized. Thank you. It's been very stigmatized. It's like, oh, you have a problem, or you're crazy. But it's the fact that everyone needs something therapeutic to release. And if you don't have that, and then you're also dealing with the fact of being Black in America, and also dealing with the fact that you could possibly be in poverty, it's a lot to deal with. So you could at least have a release in your house. You could just pull a piece of paper, color. People associate art with being a child, and so that's the problem. It's such a disconnect, and then it's like you have no way of releasing. If you don't know yoga, if you don't know meditation, if you don't know gardening.
We want to stay online and in person, so that now you can get all the stuff you can do.
We can show you how to do
it
as well.
Cheap. You know, if you need something and we're like, oh, I want to do something, we'll donate it. Like, if you don't know, you don't ever ask.
Right.
So we want to be present. We want to really define what people want and give them what they want, you know, and stop, you know, hounding people for not knowing. You know, when we realized that not knowing was oppression and is oppression, and it's a reason why we never knew. So we can't keep blaming people for not knowing. You just got to meet people where they are, give them new opportunities, and celebrate whatever that little success is that they're doing. So
yeah.